Thanks for the introduction. And, my name is Pengcheng. I'm a postdoc in the group of S for experimental data analysis group. And today I'm going to talk about our recent work, which is about new hybrid neural-quadratic model-based derivative-free optimization method. So in this talk, I'm going to discuss the simplest unconstrained derivative-free optimization problem method, where the derivative-free actually means that during the whole optimization process, we are not using any accurate information of the derivative or gradient of the objective function. So a typical case is that f is a black box without an explicit formula. That hint out. The user only need to provide function value at the input correct point. So the advantage here is that no derivative information is needed, and it's easy to use for different applications. However, the disadvantage is that we usually need more iterations than the gradient-based methods, and it's harder to analyze the property and convergence. So for derivative-free optimization, the goal is to solve the optimization problem with fewer function evaluations as possible. So this slide shows some applications of derivative-free optimization, including the tuning of hyperparameters and some for example, so computational nuclear physics problem, and also optimal design problems in some engineering design, some applications in biochemistry. So you can see many real-world problems result mathematical equations of formula for the objective function as a black box. So with a long history, there are different types of derivative-free optimization methods. One of the most popular ones is model-based derivative-free optimization method. The main idea of the model-based derivative method is at each iteration step, we try to find the next iteration step by minimizing a model function in a local cluster region. So basically, there are two stages for model-based derivative method. One is to build the approximation model, which is usually the interpolation model. For example, the linear integration, gradient integration, or some underdetermined gradient integration, or some regression models. Also, we can do some radial basis function integration. And the second step is the regular cluster region integration, where we find the models minimizer to simulate the minimizer of the real objective function. And so you can imagine that the model approximation part will influence the whole optimization process. So we take a very simple comparison here, where we solve we use the same optimization framework to solve a BDFO problem as using different approximation models. For example, the classical relative integration models or some neural network regression models. And you can see for using different models, each one will refer to a single curve here, where it shows the convergence curve of the best function value at each step. So each point colored in the envelope of the shown in red shows the best model switches at this point, at this iteration step. During the optimization process, you can see best model will change for derivative flow. In addition, we also trying to figure out more using another comparison to show that the model will drive the next iteration. Why we choose the model very important part. So, for example, in this numerical experiment, we also using the same optimization framework, but as the value of phi getting lower, we will using more designed model instead of to give the next 12 step. Instead of directly using a random direction to do the iteration. And you can see if we try to design a better model, the performance of the software will be better, which referring to a higher range curves. So this inspires us to try to find the best model at each iteration step. So we are trying to find a good mechanism to switch or we see correct the model from different choices of. For example, take suppose we have two models. The one is called the trial models, which is chosen to give the next iteration point at this iteration step. And we will firstly qualify the trial model using the function value decreasing ratio shown here, and then try to get the value of the corresponding value of the accompanying model using the same formula. Then we will compare these two values to choose the best one from the two compared models using the red formula, which shows the distance between the ratio to the one, because the ratio is closer to one, which means the approximation in the sense of trust region optimization iteration is better. So using such easy mechanism to choose or correct the model, thirdly, we can find that if we only correct the models from the different underdetermined quadratic models, it will get better performance, which refers to the back curves in the performance profile and data profile, whereas the higher is better. So in addition to only using the quadratic model, we introduce some neural network models because we think more freedom of the coefficients of the neural network and can provide more better approximation and global information can help us. So we try to use different loss function choices to build the model. And the reason is that different loss functions can, when they emphasize different aspects of the resolution task. So you can finally find the performance from this figure that when we introduce more choices of the loss functions, the algorithm, even in the same framework, will perform better. Yeah. So basically, that's it. Thank you very much.